So, hi everyone, this is Sudak and welcome back to FreeSpace 2. I'm gonna start another campaign called the Procyon Insurgency. Yes, that's something I wanted to play once more. This is a really good campaign, one of the best campaigns, and sadly this doesn't have a sequel yet either. It ends in a cliffhanger. I'm just gonna play it because it has plenty of stuff to offer. So basically what this is about: political instability and economic depression in two border systems resulted in their regional governments, led by the charismatic demagogue, declaring full independence from the GTB in 2368 or 2368. Now a year later, a surprise incursion by this regime into Allied systems signals the beginning of a new war. Version 1.05. See this website for updates and more information. I just hope this is the latest version because I think I played a version before and that was not really working fine. So I'm not 100% sure. I just hope the one from Knossos works fine. Okay, so let's get it started.
GDD Second Polaris System 940 hours, December 20th, 2368. This is Admiral Nisirov speaking, Commanding Officer of the GDD Second. I would like to extend a welcome to all of the new recruits joining our forces here in Polaris. 2 years ago, Polaris was the cultural and ideological center of the Neo-Terran Front, but times have since changed. After the rout of the NDF, Allied Command began the process of rebuilding GDD military forces in Sirius, Regulus and Polaris. The second is a newly commissioned Hatshepsut-class destroyer that has been designated as flagship of the 15th the Sudan Battle Group, headquartered in this system. Our upcoming operations will be carried out jointly with the Epsilon Vigazi-based 6th Terran Fleet.
Okay.
Procyon Confederal Autonomy. In the last few days, the rogue separatist faction known as the Procyon Confederal Autonomy has become a serious threat to the security of the GDA. Allow me to refresh your memory on Admiral Hirukas Dasmar, the retired commander of the 7th the Sudan Battle Group in Adar, who had turned to politics in the nearby system of Procyon. During the regional presidential elections in November last year, Dasmar launched a radical, anti-alliance propaganda campaign as part of his bid for reinstatement. Failing economies in Procyon and some of the neighboring systems, in part due to the recent conflicts with NDF and Shivan forces, allowed Dasmar's militant views to gain support very rapidly. On January 18th, the regional governments of Procyon and Adara formally announced their secession from the GDA. Less than a week later, the birth of a new authority in these systems was declared, the Procyon Confederal Autonomy, PCA, with the former Fleet Admiral proclaimed as the leader.
What is succession? Succession?
Procyon Confederal Autonomy, continued, Supreme Admiral Dasmar is one of the most forceful public orators that history has ever seen. He is renowned for holding vast assemblies on planetary centers of population, where he shouts out his ideas to millions of fanatical citizens. He is explicitly opposed to the GDA and has said that it is a regime that runs solely on treachery and corruption and completely ignores the pleas of the people. He has also denounced prominent alliance leaders such as Emperor Konsui as tyrannical despots. His long-term goals, aside from the eventual eradication of the GDA and the liberation of all alliance-held systems, are not clearly known. All attempts to negotiate terms with the PCA have failed. To his followers, which number in the hundreds of millions of both Terrans and the Sudans, Dasmar is known simply as the leader.
That's great.
Procyon Confederal Autonomy, continued, for the last year, the GDA General Assembly had maintained the line that a military response was a last resort, as Dasmar's ideology has been spreading like wildfire and an attack on the PCA systems would further fuel the hatred he has instilled in his people. 3 days ago, however, in an alarming move of aggression, PCA forces unexpectedly jumped into the major Epsilon Vegasi system and launched a surprise attack on Allied fortifications. Fierce fighting has taken place ever since, with many units from the Sixth Fleet supporting the Confederal cause. Violent demonstrations and anti-GDA riots have occurred in the system, and we are now faced with the distinct possibility of losing Epsilon Vegasi altogether. This cannot be allowed to continue any longer. Secession is deemed a state crime of the highest order under the Beta Equali Convention, and such treason will not be tolerated. The Security Council has drawn up a plan to put an end to the PCA Navy, and the 15th Battle Group will play a pivotal role.
Interesting.
GZD Second orientation. The GZD Second is one of the newest and most modern destroyers in the Navy, with armaments that include 4 primary beam cannons as well as numerous flak and anti-fighter beam turrets. The ship carries a crew of 11,000 of the most capable and dedicated Vasudan officers enlisted in the GDZA today. The second is home to 16 squadrons, and all standard Vasudan fighter and bomber craft can be found inside the ship's spacious hangars. The vessel is stocked with the latest Alliance technology and tactical weaponry, including armaments such as the GDW-66 Maxim cannon and the GDM-48 Tornado Swarm missile. However, note that the GDW-05 Prometheus S cannon has once again dropped out of production due to the shortage of argon after the Capella system was sealed off. With the advent of newer weaponry, the old GDW-058 Prometheus R and the GDM-4 Hornet have also been phased out of the modern GDZA arsenal.
Okay.
GDW-24 Vulcan, a new weapon, has completed its operational evaluation phase and is now being distributed among GDZA fleets. The GDW-24 Vulcan. The GDW-24 is the next generation Avenger cannon, a high-speed mass weapon with a very high rate of fire. Unlike the Avenger, however, instead of using a chambered combustion reaction, the Vulcan uses an array of powerful electromagnets to propel its semi-molten uranium shells towards its target. The ammunition itself is microscopic and very compact in its solid state, and a typical fighter can carry several million rounds at one time. The Vulcan is very effective against armor and hull plating, and although not nearly as powerful as the Maxim cannon, has much better fighter loadout compatibility and also does appreciable damage to shields due to the very high temperatures of its projectiles. Use the Vulcan at your discretion. That is all. We arrive in Epsilon Vegasi in 8 hours. Report for your mission briefings at that time.
A vast majority of this text is really advanced English. So, chambered combustion reaction. Okay. I have no idea what that means. So, yeah, semi-molten uranium. I know what uranium is, of course, but yeah. Loadout compatibility. Yeah. Also does appreciable damage. Appreciable. Okay, appreciated. So, appreciation actually has an adjective form. Oh, good to know. Never really use it. Okay.
Welcome to the 92nd Squadron, pilots. I am Lieutenant Sihai, the squadron leader. Our unit is an interceptor squadron formed only last month on the 2nd. We will be using the Horus, Thoth and Serapis light fighters in our upcoming missions, which will involve protecting larger vessels from enemy strike wings as well as leading offensives on light enemy targets.
Okay, this is a FreeSpace ship, this is also a FreeSpace ship, and that's a FreeSpace ship.
Our first assignment in Epsilon Vegasi is to escort a small freight convoy to an Allied cargo depot within the asteroid belt in this system. The convoy consists of 2 Beast-class freighters, the GZFR Ihu and the GZFR Nur, along with an Auden-class escort cruiser, the GZC Tenet. There have been reports of hostile activity in the area and you have authorization to attack and destroy any PCA units that hinder the completion of your mission objectives.
So we are fighting against
The Ihu and
traitors.
Nur are carrying life support equipment vital to our efforts here in Epsilon Vegasi, and getting them to their destination is imperative. Escorting the Tenet through would enable command to solidify the depot's defenses, but this goal is secondary to protecting the freighters. Good luck, and for those of you too, I hope that your first mission with our squadron goes well.
Okay, I have to like point out something that if I remember well, this campaign was hard. Okay.
Convoy is up ahead, moving into escort position.
So basically, I kept the 3D radar. So from Inferno, I'm gonna use it
Alpha
from now
Wing
on, I
is in
think.
position. Beta, defend manure. We will cover the IMU. Destroy any asteroids that pose a threat to either vessel.
I actually don't know.
Cargo depot is 17 kilometers from our current position. This dense asteroid field must be hiding it from our sensors. Aid for the convoy is about 10 minutes. Pilots, we have detected PCA defectors in the area and they may strike at any time. Stay on the alert. Unauthorized links have arrived. PCA identification is probable. Changing course to intercept.
So, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna keep the 3D radar. But currently I find it okay. What the hell is this weapon? It's the same weapon that we used in Inferno, right? Okay. Okay, these are our new weapons. I'm in the Vulcan. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna change. Is this too quiet? I think this is too quiet, so let's try this. I checked in the Inferno videos and sometimes I cannot be heard. Yeah, the game's sound is very loud. I'm actually made the sound really quiet. I turned off made the system sound quiet, and also the game sound quiet, and it's still really loud. Good old Mac cool. Okay, that was actually a World War II kind of sound. As far as I can see, the company's
class bombers jumping in intercept Cancer Wing.
Company itself looks good. I'm using the stable 3.8.0 FreeSpace open version. I hope it works fine. Artemis class bombers. What? How did I get killed? That was interesting.
The convoy is up
Okay.
ahead, moving into escort position. Alpha Wing is in position. Beta, defend manure. We will cover the IMU. Destroy any asteroids that pose a threat to either vessel. According to command, the
That was interesting.
depot is 17 kilometers from our current position. This dense asteroid field must be hiding it from our sensors. Aid for the convoy is about 10 minutes. Pilots, we have detected PCA defectors in the area and they may strike at any time. Stay on the alert. To unauthorized links have arrived. AI notifications from changing course to intercept.
Don't worry, can speed up the time. Skip speed up the time in this game really to be really fast. Thanks to FreeSpace Open. Are these beam effects have these beam effects been modified by FreeSpace Open? Because they seem to be very similar to... Or is this just a campaign specific effect? I think so. Okay, those try to destroy the fucking transport. This is a FreeSpace 1 era ship. All the ships that we have mostly are FreeSpace 1 era ships. And they are not that bad. You have an afterburner speed.
Bombers jumping and intercept canceling.
270, as you can see. It's maxed out to this speed. It's really good. It was actually an issue for me in FreeSpace 2 that you had no... that you had no fighter which was really fast. Except with the FreeSpace 1 era ships. I should protect the cruiser as well. First is also FreeSpace 2 era ship. It's really funny that I play custom campaigns but I don't play the fucking original campaigns, which I should. The only campaign which I might not be able to play is the original Silent Threat campaign, which I actually like. I know it's not complete and all sorts of stuff, but the remake is also good, but it feels like another campaign to me. It's challenging.
Convoy is halfway to destination point. Continue good work while
I also just hope we don't crash. I have to be careful because we can easily die as far as I can see. Okay, the 3D radar is not that different. Compared to the original one. One issue is that you can hardly see anything about the red text in the video. I think that's due to the fact that I still couldn't maximize my recording quality. I would need to get a better display. Because I should not use Movie Maker. I'm checking some other videos as a comparison, and as far as I can see, the quality is not that better in any of those videos. I have to be careful. I got killed one time. Using the Vulcan here. Fucking Morgan. That's a weapon from FreeSpace too. It's similar to the fucking Fury or yeah, that's the equivalent in FreeSpace 1. There are no beam weapons in FreeSpace 1, but it's still kind of good campaign. The soundtrack introduces, I mean the remake introduces those beam weapons. Actually the Lucifer does. The freighter icons are very small though, not sure why. Oh, the depot was under attack. Or is being under attack. Luckily the sentry guns are gonna help us out here. Okay. Or not. We should be destroying those. Nice. Took your sentry guns. Maxim. The sentry guns took care of the things. Okay, so that's how the unknown things are gonna look like in the 3D radar. That's actually looking really good. Okay, I should be destroying.
I am reading the supply depot on sensors. We're almost there.
Okay, now all targets became identifiable now. Like these beam effects as well. Oh, take a look at that. This is campaign specific turrets, I think. Those are not the old FreeSpace 2 gun turrets. Those are really looking really nice. Okay, wait.
This is the tenement. We have reached the cargo depot.
Fucking asteroids are on a collision path to the ship or whatever. Yes, collision path. Oh, I hate you so much. I hate you as well. I hate you as well. Okay. Lugs. I closed Knossos and I don't have any lugs since then.
The freighters have both reached the destination point. Good work, pilots. Beta in here. Alpha and Beta, we are here to relieve you. You may return to base.
Let's do that.
Great work defending those freighters.
So this is the first mission of the Procyon Insurgency campaign. Okay. What? Why is music playing while... Okay, never mind. Okay. There are some tracks, new tracks in this one. There is a track from Ground Control 1 as well. I noticed that, but I'm not gonna play those. You can listen to those yourself. I'm sorry that I don't play the music too much. because this one's actually pretty bearable. Okay, so thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next one. You can read all of that.